know the cost. I can even purchase a partial list. Let's say I don't want to purchase all 49 today. I only want to purchase 10. I can do so here. I can choose to, if I have a large file, I could mix it up and purchase every other record, every third record, every fourth record, etc. I can even break it up by geography. So I did a search in Ventura, right? But I want to know it broken out by the cities within Ventura. So I can click on custom selection, go to city. What it's doing is taking that 49 in Ventura and breaking it out by the cities in Ventura County. So there's a 49, so it looks like 6 are in Camarillo, 3 are in Fillmore, 4 in Newbury Park, 15, etc. And I can even choose to purchase just those. So I'll purchase 6 in Camarillo, I'll take all 3 in Fillmore. I'll actually just take 10 in Oxnard, and I can recalculate it, and it'll take that new calculation on what I've chosen and give me the list price based on the 19. But today I'll show all 49 records for you so you can take a look at the whole file. And I can even choose to suppress past files that I may have purchased against what I'm purchasing today. So let's say I purchased a similar file, about a month ago. There it is right there, V9. Hey, that sounds familiar. So I move it over to my selected list. I apply the suppression. So what it's doing is taking last month's list and scrubbing it against today's list. So as you can see, there were 19 people from last month that I already reached out to that I don't want to reach out to today. So what it did is it took those out. It basically deduped today's file against what I sent out last month. And as you can see, you have up to 180 days worth of files that you can scrub against. After 180 days, the files are deleted from your account only because of size reasons. But you can pretty much, go back pretty far up to 6 months, a year. Plus, after 6 months, you probably want to refresh that list anyway. So you probably want to rerun it and, get a more updated list. But as you can see, you can actually scrub against past lists up to 180 days. Today, let me actually show you the whole file. So let me actually unapply that suppression. So I'll go back to 49. Any questions around the checkout tabs here?
This is Joe. I still, I guess I'd like to, you're probably getting a,
That's it.
you're probably getting a, when I got my list yesterday, some of the information seemed to come on one list, and I guess it had to do with what I was searching on versus
So,
what
Bill?
my output fields were.
Right. Okay. It depends on, it really depends because what you search on, that's what's going to be exported for you in your file. But if you want additional fields where there may be some blanks, you can do so on your checkout pages. So yeah, let me show you this final file. Let me know if you have
Hey, Bill.
I didn't join yesterday. I just ran a one-time search.
Sure.
I'm not even sure where it is at this point. I guess I can look at my list, see if I did get a list source account. I must have.
Okay. Let me show you this final list here. And again, at any point you could go back and refine your search. If you forgot something, I forgot, something, the number of rooms search. I can do so by going back and refining my search. But once I'm good, I continue to check out. It's taken to my final checkout page. Just one more look, make sure your I's and T's are dotted and crossed. But once I'm good with it, I enter in my payment information right here. Unfortunately, again, I have a house account, so you can't see it. But once I enter that in, I click on place order, and it's going to take me to my purchase list page. And on my purchase list page, there it is running right now saying please wait. And really quick because it's only 49 records. I don't actually have to sit here and wait for that. I can log out of the system, come back later. But once you do come back later, you'll see it ready to go. Here are your export options right here, letting you know the file size so you know what you're downloading. Some of the larger files like I did down here, it's a 5.5 meg file. When it was created, I can view the criteria again. But here are your 3 major export options. The reports, which what we're essentially doing is taking that data you just purchased and throwing it into, for example, a property detail report. So you click on that. Okay.
Like, what are these things? What are these different reports?
Okay, so yeah, I can show you. So for example, I did the property detail report, right? So what it's doing is taking that data that I purchased and throwing it into a property detail report. Here's all the property information, here's all the tax information, sales history, mortgage history. But again, some of this data is not always available, so you know, you will see some blanks here, and here. But all 49 records are thrown onto these generic reports for me. It was, you know, that I can easily print out or save. Let's see. But like I said, there are a lot of reports here that we kind of throw into these just generic reports. But if you want it, you can actually export it also into a label. So if you want to do a mailing label, what we're doing is basically doing a mail merge for you. We're throwing it onto a 5160 or 5161 label. You can choose to have the mailing address on there, the property address, upper and lowercase or all uppercase. I know some people are particular with that. You can even have additional lines on the label. So if you want more current resident on that second line, we'll fill that in for you. If you want to customize the label instead of the owner name, let's say you did a new homeowner list and you want it to say new homeowner on the labels, you can do so right there. But let me show you what the label looks like. So what we're doing is throwing it onto a Word document, the 5160 template, and there it is right there, owner name or current resident. I wanted that to show, and there's the mailing address. And you just have to throw in your labels and hit print. And the last but not least, you can export it into a file. So that way you can manipulate the file yourself and do your own mail merge and do all whatever you'd like. And you can export it in CSV, Excel, text, or DBS. So let me export it to Excel to show you the file. Again, you have some more options. Open it up, and it'll open it up in an Excel spreadsheet, and there's all the data that we purchased. All 49, there's actually 50 with the header row up top. And here is owner 1, owner 2. There's the mailing address. We didn't want any blanks, right? Because I checked the complete mailing address, so no blanks, that's good. Property address, I didn't want any blanks as well, so there shouldn't be any blanks. We did a search in Ventura County, right? So all these should say Ventura, that's good. Now we did a search on combined interest rate in the mortgage tab, right? We did 9 and above, so there's 9 and above, 9 and above. On this one is 6 and above, 6375, but the second is 9 and above, 9 and above, all 9 and above. We did a search on combined mortgage amount. I believe we did 500 to 700,000. So there shouldn't be anything under that. There shouldn't be any $200,000, $100,000 mortgage amounts. Yep, looking good. So everything to the left here, we did a search on, right? So that's why it's in my file. Now, here right on, in my checkup pages, I wanted as an additional output field, right, in that property detail package. So that's why there may be some blanks when it comes to this data, because I exported as an additional field. Actually, it looks like it's all pretty well filled in. Let's see. So like even lender name, that was part of the package. So that's why it's been exported here. Let's see, there should be some blanks once I start. So maybe, you know, I don't know if they have a junior tied to it or not, but, you know, junior date isn't available. So it's on an available basis. Like last market recording, that person has a blank. And then let me go to the phones, because that was part of this package. And here are the phones. Again, some blanks, some DNCs, but here's that 10%. What was it? Actually 3 that actually have phone numbers tied to them. All right. Any questions or comments? I know it's a lot of stuff to digest, but you know, I think the best way is just really getting in there, and we definitely have, you know, our numbers that you can contact or live chat features that you can definitely ask questions at any time. So,
is there a number?
Any questions today?
Yeah, can we get your email or phone number so we can contact you directly?
My direct line, I'm actually not able to provide, but you can definitely call call this 86 number, and there is definitely someone there who can assist you. So.
Okay.
And so the demographic information is not spit out, is not really out in the format.
Correct. You can only search on it because it comes from a third-party vendor. Yeah. All right. Any other questions or comments?
Yeah, I have another question.
Yeah.
On the mortgage aspect, when it says origination date, if you pick origination date of like 1999, would that be from that date and no other loans from 99 till now?
Correct. So that person had opened that loan in '99, and since then, well, that's where you also want to into play will come the. Hold on one second. Let me just pick one real quick. So you also want a transaction type. You want to make sure that you don't include any refis. So if you want to exclude those refis, then you can. But yes, that will indicate that loan of 99 is still open.
That it hasn't been refinanced yet, right?
How do we find out what some of these fields actually mean? Like I have one that says owner transfer sale date, transfer sale date. Like what is a owner transfer sale date?
Are you talking about the types?
I don't remember what I was looking at when I did it.
Okay, let's see, owner.
But in general, how do we find out? You know, is there a little help tab or?
Yeah,
How do I know what your fields really mean?
right. And actually, just to let you know, I mean, these are all coming from the county, so, I do strongly recommend, I mean, even if you were to Google it, it probably would come up. But yeah, I mean, if you ever have any questions, contact that number up here at the top, and they'll be able to hopefully help you determine what that